Schmidt. Welcome to your TV, the Disability Channel. It is such a pleasure to be welcoming on the Today Show Halton Region, Oakville local, Karen Ann Xavier. Hello, Karen Ann.
Hi, Tracy. It's lovely to be here.
Oh, it's so wonderful to be face to face, even if it is virtual. Oh,
Yes.
so many exciting things have been happening in your world. You have founded a new Able Sail program.
Yes, there are 17 programs across the country in Canada. So Canada is a much more advocate for accessibility in sport, in sailing than many other countries, and is an example that is being mimicked in other countries too. We have the good fortune of having the Able Sail Network of Canada, which is the federal organization that helps the programs get started.
Now, I, as a past sailor myself, that aspired to one day, someday be a big famous racer, my early and most successful times were with you as a coach. And so I know that you have been around the world with many sailors with disabilities. What's kind of your past legacy that led you to Able Sail today?
Well, I was always very interested in sailing, and that started because of my father. He used to talk to me about his sailing stories, and he would always say, "You're too small. You can't start yet. You're too small." And of course, that made me want even more to sail, because when you're told something that you can't do when you're a kid, you really want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a very serious racer himself, and he used to work on boat building in our backyard. So I grew up helping him do fabrication and construction on boats.
Oh.
Um, and then he got injured in a car accident
Hmm.
during a snowstorm. And from then on, he was a person with disability who was not able to compete in sports and had a much reduced lifestyle.
And quality of life and
Yeah, and in those days, there was less organizations and activities that people could do. So he would talk to me about sailing. And so I would hear his stories, and I would hear the loss in his voice about how much he missed it.
oh,
And the work that I do with Able Sail always reminds me of my dad, who's passed on now, about how it would have changed his life for the better and given him so much more quality of life and enjoyment. And I don't think it would have mattered that he wasn't in a big yacht
no.
racing on the ocean. All that would have mattered is that he would have been with the wind and the water and in a boat.
Oh. And that's a gift you gave to me. The feeling of wind and water in a boat. And I feel as a woman with no hands and no legs being told I'm too small or not enough, I really feel for your childhood. And it's funny. I'm thinking of regattas that I've been to with Karen Ann before the Able Sail founding role, as just as a racer yourself and a coach. And I know on the water she jumps from boat to boat, and she's kind of known has this legacy around the world, not just in Canada and not just in Halton region. She's very well known in all the Halton region yacht clubs. You mentioned Karen Ann Xavier at your local yacht club in Halton, and they'll know her. They know her at all the yacht clubs anywhere you go in Halton and across Ontario or Canada.
Mhm.
She is like this monkey that jumps all over and knows boats. And so now I know where it came from. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to hear more stories and how it became Able Sail Network from a dream of a little girl wanting to sail and wanting to gift the sailing back to her dad who was injured. So, folks, stay tuned. This is the Disability Channel. This is your TV in Halton Region with Oakville local Karen Ann Xavier, but internationally known, but definitely a Halton Region and Able Sail Toronto West End number one priority. And we're lucky to have her today to hear her stories and to learn and leverage for ourselves the quality of recreation and particularly sailing. So we'll be back right after these messages on your TV, The Today Show, with Karen Ann Xavier and Unstoppable Tracy Schmidt. We'll be right back.